Hi, I'm that girl goddess, the nurse super bonnet. Okay, I want to talk about. Oh, there I go. I want to talk about people and how they keep their body. I mean, I understand when we young, cause we've been going to gym and all that kind of stuff. So we was getting our exercise in when we was younger. Parents when we was coming up, giving us meat was frying a chicken back. Okay, giving a couple hot dogs and stuff. We wasn't raised on. We had our own steak. We may have a little corner of the steak with some more gravy than anything. Turkey ground gravy. They didn't feed us like they feed the children nowadays. We wasn't allowed all those sweets and all that kind of stuff. And talking about the human body, because we went through a generation of food, all these steroids. And I'm gonna make another video because I had an apple. I put a bag of apples in my refrigerator, and I never go down to the bad last crispier. And I went down there and I was like, wow, I forgot I even had these apples down here. I bought them a year ago. Okay, I ate some of the apples out of the bag, but it probably was like 4 apples left. Okay. And I took an apple out of the bag. I was like, okay, I know they really but it wasn't mushy or anything. I was like, but they've been here a year. I can buy some fruit and they go bad in about 2 weeks. Okay, so I pulled the apple out. I said, okay, let me taste it. I bit the apple. I took the apple in my room because I was sitting on my bed because I finished cleaning out the refrigerator. And I took the apple and I had a Ziploc, that's the word. Set it on my bed so I can go in and finish cleaning the kitchen. The apple tasted like it tasted when I first bought it. Okay. I moved the apple off the Ziploc off of my bed and put it in the chair next to my bag that I take to work. Long story short, I picked up the bag, forgot I had the apple in the Ziploc, took it to work, put it in the back seat of my car. Mind you, I looked at the apple. Now, when you bite off an apple and you don't go touch it, it starts turning brown, right? So I was like, oh, the apple still look good, right? So I put it in the back seat of my car. I said, well, I eat it. Got to work. A lot of stuff was going on. Forgot about the apple in the Ziploc. Didn't go back to it for 2 days. And I looked at the back seat of my car. And I said, oh, my God. Do you know the apple is not brown? I bit it. Still tastes the same. And my thing is, what are they doing to fruit and vegetables that they preserve? It's just like McDonald's. I told my friend, I said, when I had my car and I took all the little children in the neighborhood to McDonald's and treated and everything. And one of them was throwing a temper tantrum by the time he got home because his brother hit him. He dropped his McDonald's on the floor. But I had bought an extra meal and I was going to give it to one of the kids down the street. But while I was gone, his people had came and picked him up and took him over to his grandmother's house. So I gave the child to knock the food over the Happy Meal. And he went on home and they was good, whatever. I didn't go back to the car. A year later, I had parked that car because I had 3 vehicles. I was driving my Expedition after that. I was in Michigan and the weather got bad and I just left it, okay? I didn't go back to the car. I didn't think about it. And I went back to the car as soon as summer broke. And I looked in the back and I noticed the food that was in the car. I said, oh my God. I cleaned it up, the fries and stuff, and I put it in the bag. And I noticed it wasn't molded. It looked just like I had just bought it. It was still, the bun was even still soft. So I said, I said, you mean to tell me this been in the car since the last year, I'm going to say late October when I parked it. So, long story short, I said, I'm going to keep this in the bag and I want to see. So when August came, I looked at it. No change. September, October. I kept it to about February. And that's when I showed everybody, and I still had the receipt and the date in that bag. I said, see, we're digesting stuff that shouldn't be digested. I said, look at this. McDonald's, showed them the date I bought it. They looked at it. They watched me. We ain't throw it away then. I let it stay 3 more months. Still was intact. Looked like nothing was wrong with it. And then my son looked at me. He said, Mama, I said, then you wonder why it's hard to lose weight. The stuff they feeding us have so much in it, chemicals. That's why we can't burn it off. I said, I stopped eating fast food for about, I'm going to say 7 months. I had went up to 275 pounds. I went down to like 185 pounds after I started just eating out the garden, fresh vegetables. Because I noticed when you go to the grocery store, I bought a watermelon, and when I cut it, it was like rubber, and it didn't have no taste. I said, what is this? I started buying other fruit, and I noticed other fruit wouldn't deteriorate either. And it was tasting funny, and it tastes water-based, bland, and it don't really have no sweetness to it. And I just even was cooking with the fruit, and it wasn't like, and I'm going to say a real apple or a real peach when I got ready to make an apple pie or a peach cobbler. The fruit still, even when you cooked it and had the seasoning, you can still taste this weirdness, chemicals. So in Michigan, everybody know that everybody got a pear tree, a peach tree. You may have a cherry tree, you have a plum tree. You have fruit everywhere, mulberry trees. You have them everywhere. So we will pick our apples and stuff like that. And I made a pie and the peach cobbler with it. And it was a big major difference. And I started telling people. I said, I remember hearing a lot of entertainers saying they were going to go buy them a farm and this, and this. I said, they knew something. And I remember God was telling me about some food. He was like, stop eating that. Don't buy that. Oh, why are you paying for it and it's in the backyard? So I started doing it. But in my spirit, when I picked up that stuff, I noticed it wasn't right. And a lot of these health problems are because of the stuff they in feeding. It was just like some rice came out and it's supposed to have been plastic. A lot of problems and health problems we have today is because of the food we're buying, what they're pushing out to us. That's what's wrong. It's just like when popular chicken restaurant, and I found out that they had chickens were mutant. They had like 6 legs on the chicken they was raising. You may get 6 wings extra on the chicken. The chicken was a mutant. And them steroids, and they blew them up real fast and stuff like that. And I just constantly started gaining weight. And it's like, why when you buy fast food, you gain weight real fast, and it's hard to lose it? I don't know if anybody else noticed, but I have. And I want y'all to start looking at your food and really thinking about the taste. It's time to start planting your own gardens. And I got flower pots to plant certain things in my house. Tomato plants, carrots. I got big pots, and a real big one. Okay, this gonna have collard greens, and no need to insecticide if you water and keep it out in the house, and then just bring it to the light at certain times of the day. But I'm that girl goddess, and I'm just here to let you know. Like, share, and subscribe, and y'all have a blessed day. Bye.